Welcome to day 3 of our September Scripture Challenge. Today we're going to look at Genesis chapter 5, verse 1 through chapter 6, verse 8. Our reflection questions: what is one word or phrase that stands out to you? What is one question this text sparks for you? What is God speaking through this text today? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. Here's Genesis 5:1 through 6:8. This is the list of the descendants of Adam. When God created humankind, he made them in the likeness of God. Male and female he created them, and he blessed them and named them humankind when they were created. When Adam had lived for 130 years, he became the father of a son in his likeness, according to his image, and named him Seth. The days of Adam after he became the father of Seth were 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. When Seth had lived for 105 years, he became the father of Enosh. Seth lived after the birth of Enosh for 807 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. When Enosh had lived for 90 years, he became the father of Kenan. Enosh lived after the birth of Kenan for 815 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Enosh were 905 years, and he died. Then Kenan had lived for 70 years. He became the father of Mahalalel. Kenan lived after the birth of Mahalalel for 840 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Kenan were 910 years, and he died. When Mahalalel had lived for 65 years, he became the father of Jared. Mahalalel lived after the birth of Jared for 830 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Mahalalel were 895 years, and he died. When Jared had lived for 162 years, he became the father of Enoch. Jared lived after the birth of Enoch for 800 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Jared were 962 years, and he died. When Enoch had lived for 65 years, he became the father of Methuselah. Enoch walked with God after the birth of Methuselah for 300 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Enoch were 365 years. Enoch walked with God. Then he was no more, because God took him. When Methuselah had lived for 187 years, he became the father of Lamech. Methuselah lived after the birth of Lamech for 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus the days of Methuselah were 969 years, and he died. When Lamech had lived for 182 years, he became the father of a son. He named him Noah, saying, "Out of the ground that the Lord has cursed, this one shall bring us relief from our work and from the toil of our hands." Lamech lived after the birth of Noah for 595 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died. After Noah was 500 years old, Noah became the father of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. When the people began to multiply on the face of the earth of the ground, the daughters were born to them. The sons of God saw that they were fair, and they took wives for themselves of all that they chose. Then the Lord said, "My spirit shall not abide in mortals forever, for they are flesh. Their days shall be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterwards, when the sons of God went into the daughters of humans who bore children to them. These were the heroes that were of old, warriors of renown. The Lord saw that the wickedness of humankind was great in the earth, and that every inclination of the thoughts of their hearts was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry he had made humankind on the earth, and it grieved him to his heart. So the Lord said, I will blot out from the earth the human beings I have created, people together with animals and creeping things and birds of the air, for I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found favor in the sight of the Lord. Our reflection questions are: what is a word or phrase that stands out to you? What is one question this text sparks for you? And what is God speaking through this text today? Feel free to leave your comments below.